save my batteries. I only brought 3 batteries.
When popular YouTuber CJ Faison decided to camp alone in a notoriously haunted forest, he couldn't have known just how freaky the night would get.
Walk down that trail right there.
Pokomoke Forest is a vast, densely wooded stretch of land in Maryland, USA. It spans over 18,000 acres and is the setting for a collection of gruesome urban legends. There's tales of decapitation, wandering spirits, unhinged psychiatric patients with hooks for hands, and mysterious balls of fire that hover in the woods then vanish without a trace. The vlog starts with an exploration of an old cemetery on the fringe of the forest.
If you all saw a previous video of mine, this area behind me looks really familiar. This is actually the side of the Pokomoke forest.
Suddenly, what sounds like gunshots ring out.
This cemetery right here was one that myself
This is a stark reminder that often reality is much scarier than any urban legend.
Sonny is out of town for a few days, and what that means is I gotta go and I gotta keep on making and creating. This is gonna be a long night.
The uploader begins by setting up camp and exploring the darkened forest.
Again, I wanted to go to somewhere like super remote, so as you can see, there's a nice little area around me. I walked for probably about 40 minutes or so, and I'm gonna show you kind of the way I came from.
While out exploring, he spots a light in the distance.
Oh,
he turns off his torch immediately so as not to give away his position.
that's somebody's light. That's somebody's light right there. All right, I gotta be able to make my way somewhere. That's somebody's light.
At first, it's reminiscent of the balls of flame that are rumoured to float through the forest at night time.
This is kind of weird. It's kind of been a standoff. I've had my lights off ever since.
But it soon becomes apparent that it's another person walking through the woods. Not knowing if they're friendly or not, and having heard gunshots already, the OP decides to hide in the dark and wait. It's 1:30 AM and the person just slowly walks through the forest.
I'm gonna die tonight.
The uploader isn't sure if it's a hunter or not, but they say the person is strangely tall and skinny.
Whoever that person is, they are not a hunter, because there's no way in hell you just keep looking in the same area over and over. Not this late at night, at least. That person was really, really skinny. Like tall and skinny. It's really strange looking. I'm sure you all.
Later, the OP says he can still hear strange noises in the distance, when suddenly, this happens.
Oh!
Some kind of loud snapping sound can be heard and the camera holder runs from the scene in a panic.
Oh!
Freaked out by the encounter, CJ seeks shelter in his tent.
Oh, jeez. Alright.
He eventually decides to use a spirit box to see if any spirits might be present.
Are there any spirits present here tonight?
Something appears to smash the side of the tent. The spirit box still flutters in the darkness. Somehow CJ musters the courage to spend the rest of the night in the forest. He films a few more updates.
But I don't even know if there's anything on the footage, but I heard something just a little earlier, and it almost sounded like I don't know how, like, you know how, like, antlers, like, clang together? It almost sounded like two deer, like, fighting with each other.
Then, after getting some sleep, this happens. Someone is lurking just outside of the tent. The next morning, CJ hikes out of the woods, happy that the long night is finally over.
I thought I'd never get out of this freaking place. Hopefully nobody's messing with my truck.